Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. This is the second video of this tutorial, and in this video we're going to talk about where we're going to write our HTML code and also some useful website which I think you should know. So let me tell you, if you are on Windows, you can use Notepad. Yes, you can use Notepad to write HTML code. We are not going to write any code. I'm just going to tell you which software, and in the next video we're going to write our first HTML code. So if you don't want to download anything, you can totally use Notepad. We can write HTML documents on a Notepad. There will be no problem with it, but I really don't recommend it. The reason is there are some more really nice software which I like. Is one, this editor, the brackets, it's my favorite, which I'm gonna be using it through this tutorial. And there's another which I like is Sublime Text, and another is, I don't really like it, but most people also use it, Notepad++, which you can download it on notepad++.org. Sublime Text is sublimetext.com, and brackets is .io. I personally like brackets really much, but let me show you why you should use this kind of editors which are made for coding rather than Notepad. Is the reason like this. For example, if I'm writing HTML, then head, then I'm closing the head because we have to close it, which I'm gonna show you in the next video. Body, and then we have to close the body tag. And so you can see what actually sometimes happens. You can see it's not really structured. You can really get lost when we write so many code. You can actually get lost with it. Right now, of course, you can figure it out, but when you're gonna write a code like for 1,000 lines, and then it can be really hard to figure it out that where is what. So let me show you now in a brackets. Like, this is in Notepad, but let me show you in the brackets how it looks like there and why I think you should be using brackets or any other coding software like write doctype. This is declaring that we are using HTML as our document, and then HTML. Did you see what happened? This came automatically. So sometimes what happens when you write in Notepad, you open it and then you write head and then body. Sometimes you actually forget it. So that's why it's really nice, because you can see that it's automatically, they closed it for me, the software, and then when you enter you get head. So again it closed for me, but what you can see here, it's forming its own pattern. And it's really easy to figure that out, because you can see HTML is in another line, head is another line, and then we enter, we get body. And so you can see that it's easy also to see the code, because here it's an online, and when we're gonna write for like 500-600 lines code, it will be really hard to figure it out. But here you can close it, or you can close this to read it, or you can close everything and then you can expand which particular portion you want to read. So that's why I think the softwares are really good. But instead of that, if you want to use Notepad for the starting, for the beginning, to understand the code, that's totally fine. And one more thing actually I want to show you is that use this website, which is actually really informative, which I think, developer.mozilla.org. They have a really nicely described about every little things about HTML. You can go on their web page, developer.mozilla.org, and in the left hand side you can see web technologies. You can also see they have for CSS, JavaScript, and more languages, but we will choose HTML. And here you can see that there are a lot of informations, like especially here, like tutorials. They also have the HTML references. Here you can find all the elements which we're gonna use during coding. So it's all what is HTML, what is base, what is head. So there's also a description about it. So I think it's a really useful website, especially when you're learning it, because it will be impossible for me to teach you every single element. So it will be great that if you can go on this site and read about it, so you can be really better in understanding things. Because when I will teach you, I don't want you to just memorize it. I really want you to understand it, because that's how you're going to become a really great developer. So yeah, so this is let me recap it. You can do the coding, you can write the HTML code on Notepad, default Notepad, and if you're on a Mac, you can write in text edit. That's totally fine. In the beginning, even I learned in Notepad because it was much easier. But I recommend text editor like brackets or subline text, because they have a really nice format. So it's really easy for us when we're gonna write a lot of codes, which we are not gonna write it in the tutorial, but in the future, when you're gonna learn CSS and more languages, it's really useful. And the next thing which I told you was about the MDN, about developer.mozilla.org, which is an amazing website because they have a lot of information about every elements and different things about HTML, which will be seriously really helpful for you guys to understand how HTML works. So thank you for watching, and in the next video we're gonna write our first HTML code document. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.